Hello. For today's lesson, we are going to celebrate Valentine's Day, and we're going to make, uh, what are they called? Valentine's heart candies, the ones with the little sayings on it. I've got be mine on mine. You can put love you, you are cute, whatever you want to do on it. But I provided a heart stencil for you so that you can trace the heart, and we'll start with that, and then here's your supply list. You need a piece of mixed media paper. I'm only going to do one heart because I have a pretty small piece of paper. I think you have larger paper over there. So if you want to do, 2 or 3 hearts, whatever you can fit in on the paper would be great. Okay. So you also need, let's see, you need a pencil and eraser. You need a black Sharpie, kind of a medium size, and a larger size of paintbrush, and then your watercolor paints, and some water. Oh, and my paper toweling. Forgot to have my paper toweling over here. It was on the counter next to me. So a pretty small supply list this week, but we're going to have, I think you're going to enjoy this because I'm going to show you how to make your heart. When we've done hearts before, it was just a flat kind of heart, right? But we're going to do a little bit of drawing so that it looks like it is a piece of candy. Okay, so I'm going to sit down here, and you can turn off this video until you have your heart or hearts traced onto the paper with pencil. And then when you're finished with that, come back. Okay, so you've got your heart traced, or hearts if you're doing multiples, and I'm going to show you how to make it look like it is a piece of candy. So down here at the bottom, you want to take, and I suggest you work with your pencil first. You want to take your pencil and make a straight line. You don't want it to be too thick, but you just want to make a straight line down. And then you want to go up here to where it starts curving out and do a line that kind of follows the curve of your piece of candy. And then we will go from here and up to that curve again. Okay, so it looks like that. And then what we're going to do, and what I suggest that you do is now go over your pencil lines with your black Sharpie. And then when you're done with that, we're going to do lines close together that go straight down. And then we'll go on the other side. And then they'll get smaller and smaller and smaller up here. Okay, so that will make it look like it is thick, like a piece of candy. Okay, next thing you want to do is just write your message in pencil. And then go over it with marker as well. Like I said, I'm writing Be Mine. If you have several hearts on your piece of paper, you can go ahead and think of different things that you want to write. I was thinking that this might be a nice Valentine's gift for somebody when you're done with it. Okay, so Be Mine. And then when you're done with that, you just want to erase, clean up your pencil lines, because as I've told you a million times, you'll see the pencil marks through your watercolors. All right, now, if you're doing many hearts, you can make them different colors. Most of the time, this kind of candy is pastels, right? So you can do light yellow, I think there's light purple, a pink, obviously. And so you can decide what color or colors you want your candy to be. And then we're just going to watercolor the candy one color and then choose a background that will contrast with that. So I'm going to make my Be Mine. I'm going to make it purple, I think. And so you can go ahead and just paint over all of your line work. There, we got a little darker, that's good. Go. Okay, and then I'm going to make down here just a little darker. Again, that will help it give some depth to it. Didn't want to get that dark over here. I'm not doing really well with my brush tonight, but there. It's a nice thing is that paint is forgiving, right? There we go. Okay, so we have our piece of candy done. And now we want to choose a color for the background. And again, turn this video off anytime you want so that you can stop and, you know, take your time. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is make my background kind of a bluish green. Let's see how I like this. So we're not using the wet on wet. We're just putting the paint on our dry paper. Go around your heart first, and you can choose whatever color you want. I just want to make sure that you can choose your favorite. You don't have to do what I'm doing. This is the bad thing about having a cat that likes to sit on your paper. I end up with some little hairs. Thankfully, she's given up. She's gone away. I think she's mad at me because I didn't want her in the picture. You can turn your paper around. Oh, I must have gotten another color in that on my brush. There we go. Poodle, it's okay. We're painting. It's been very barky today. I don't know if it's the wind or... All right. Oops. Well, folks, this is not my best painting job. However, it is what it is. Okay. So what we want to do is take a little bit darker paint. Kind of just go right here. So we're going to have a little shadow. Under, and then your shadow is going to get a little bit skinnier as we get up here. So again, it's going to kind of follow the lines, and then we want to kind of smooth it so it's not a real hard line. See, it just looks like a little shadow. And that helps with the three-dimensional feel of the piece. Okay. Now, if you can jazz up your background a little bit if you want. You can do some different, let's see, what will I do here? Maybe I'll put some, let's see what color this is. Maybe I'll put some little marks around it. That'll kind of help cover up my bad paint job today. But just don't put a lot of water on here. Just there we go. And just kind of make your background look a little festive. You can have some darker marks. You can have some lighter marks. Turn it around. And again, I've got water on it, but I'm poking, taking the end of my brush and just kind of poking around. So it's up and down kind of marks. And then I'm going to soften these up a little bit just by going over them. You don't want them all to look alike. There we go. That looks pretty festive. So you can poke with whatever colors you want. And then if you need to, you can go back over your letters. If you feel like they've faded a little bit too much. Let's see, I found one and I need to poke again because it's a little, there we go. Kind of stands out a little too much. There we go. Okay. Anyway, so I look forward to seeing pictures of what you created today, and you can, hang them up throughout throughout Cedar Ridge if you want. You can give it to a loved one, or you can just give it to yourself. All right. So thank you very much, and I will be back next week with another lesson.